Friends, these are times that you live for when you're seeing anime news that you have been waiting for so long, and it just blows your mind. That is exactly what happened to me. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. If you didn't see the news, so to speak, this past weekend was Anime Japan, and I know that at the time of filming this video that there are other things that have like different news that have since released. I'm not even covering a fraction of the different anime news that came out. I'm just sharing the one that I was personally most excited for, or ones, because there was more than one. I am so stoked. Like, there have been some really big things. We're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Today we're starting off with the anime, y'all. You may want to skip this section. You may not even be into Twisted Wonderland, but friends, we is going to talk about that trailer that dropped this past Saturday. I could not stop watching this trailer. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I'll leave a link here so you can check it out because I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. Fantastic. Like, I have not been into Twisted Wonderland like since the game launched here in North America, but in the time that I have been a fan of the game, I have heard other fans say, like, when are we going to get that anime? When are we going to get that anime that they mentioned official news saying there was going to be one, and then there was just radio silence, I think, for like 2+ years, but that changed today. I mean, we already had like the official, last week? Was it last week we talked about the official? Yeah. Last Monday, Manga News video that we talked about or revealed the key visual that they were sharing. Now we got the trailer. It was perfection in every single way. We're going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about it because there were so many different tweets. I woke up Saturday morning. I was bombarded with Twisted Wonderland news, and I love that. I know people have beef with Twitter, including myself, but it's days like that where my whole feed is just all of my faves, and I was having the time of my life, scrolling, spamming friends like, look at this, did you see this? It was just great. And one of those things that was really, really great. So I do have a first impression video. I'm not gonna leave it in the corner because there's so many things we're talking about and I can't link everything in the corner, but I do have a like first impression of the Twisted Wonderland manga. I also have a flip through of the French edition. It was a mini art book that came with volume 1. So I have different Twisted Wonderland stuff on the channel. I also have, I will leave a link to this one in the corner, of manga that I feel like I would recommend. Yeah, I think it was a manga, shoujo manga I would recommend to Twisted Wonderland characters. Love that video. So big fan, right? And the reason I say all that is because when we talk about the actual manga, now when you play the game, there is you. You, and you, us, are the character. We don't have a face in the game because we're interacting with these characters. And a lot of questions came out of what are they going to do for the anime, and since they're adapting the Twisted Wonderland manga, we have you, the character, okay? And he has a face. He's amazing. I loved him so much in the manga. We have the, like, reveal of you in the anime. He's in the trailer, but also want to share this image here, as well as the voice actor. Forgive me, I don't know his name, but there were a lot of people excited for this voice actor, but I want to talk about the animated you here because he looks so good, and I cheered. I have probably watched this trailer like 10+ times now. Every time I saw you come on screen for the first time, I completely cheered. I love his character. I love how they did him justice. Carriage-kun as well, they did him justice. It was all perfection. I know that is like a broken record here, but there's so many good things. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about the trailer. When we look at this visual here, which this wasn't actually in the trailer, so I'm not really sure where this came from. I'm pretty sure it came out of Anime Japan though, and when they revealed things, but you have the entire cast right here for the dorm that represents the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, okay? Look at my best boy Deuce in the middle. He looks so cute. He looks like a precious little bean. I love how all of them are animated. It's funny because with Ace, who is on the left of Deuce, I have been playing the latest event in the game, and I never noticed that Ace has like that blue, I think my friend Holly said under dye for his hair, and I never noticed that actually until I was playing the new event, and then seeing it here I said, oh, okay. I think all of them look great. Cater, his hair does look a little bit short to me, and I don't remember him having any kind of purple, but I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not mad. He just looks good. And does he have his tooth though? He does. I had to zoom in on my computer screen for that. Trey with the green hair, he looks great with the glasses. I'm excited to see him. And then of course Riddle all the way to the far left, and I meant to say Cater was all the way to the far right, but yeah, Riddle all the way to the left. He is also the VA for Riddle is the VA of Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, just as an FYI in case the VAs happen to sell you, because occasionally that does happen with me. He looks great. great. And if we go over to the official stills that the Twisted Wonderland account shared, look how good he looks here. His fierceness, like how it was adapted in the anime of just this teaser alone, really good. I am getting all of the Riddle vibes. He looks fantastic. Here we have Night Raven College, and I love this still here. I think it looks great. It looks so magical. It's perfect. It is perfect. But y'all, Crowley here, the head mage, he's one of my favorite characters in the game. You can't play him, but you do get to interact with him. He looked amazing. He looked, oh my goodness, when they zoomed in on his face, I was like, my heart just skipped a beat. I was like, he's here. He's here. Our kind and generous head mage. I love how somebody had pointed out somewhere on Twitter when I was scrolling, and they're like, they really gave his hair the swish when he turned for this specific scene, because you had just happened to mention, more or less, he's saying, I don't want to be here because I don't have magic powers. And he's like, what? You're enrolled, but you don't have magic? I've never heard of this before. Everything that falls with that was really awesome. I love how we have the different statues here. They look really good as well. But let's go over to another tweet that I saw, because I love the meme of when you accidentally press the wrong emoji and has some of the same, and there's that one odd one. This, because let's go to Idia. Now, it's no lie, Idia is my best boy. I love him. It's like Idia and Ortho are number 1, and then Ducey is number 2. But listen, when you're an Idia fan and we're just seeing the tablet, okay, and Idia talks through this tablet, y'all, I got so excited. I'm like, this is what it's like to be an Idia fan. You get excited for the tablet and you're judging this tablet of how it looks really good, and they did him justice just via this tablet. It makes no sense if you don't know who Idia is. I saw a lot of people saying they're like, this is your new reality until he gets animated. I'm like, y'all, if you're an Idia fan, that's okay. That is okay. I'm just excited that we got to see the tablet because he is there and represented in the trailer among all of the other house wardens. Even though it's just a tablet, it's so much more to that than just me. So I was really excited. The next one here is Azul, and I thought he looked really great. His voice actor was at Anime Japan. I was so excited. He actually wore the glasses that Azul wears. I was like, you're so cool. I love it. I love to see it. But he looks fantastic. And the other one that they shared on this specific tweet was Leona. Oh, he looks great. I mean, all of the house wardens honestly looked really good. I was really excited, and I thought it really funny that I didn't notice it until other people pointed out, but when there was Vil, that he's just standing there, and we see off to, we'll say the left of him, you see Rook, which is the vice house warden. You see him glance over at Vil, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know that. And so I was sort of hoping that with Leona here that we would see Ruggy or Jack, who are also in the dorm with him, but alas, he was not there. But I think that was everything specifically when it came to Twisted Wonderland. I was like, Laura, let's narrow it down, just do a few things, but it looks fantastic. And I was really, really excited. In one of these tweets I've shared, I have all the links down below to all of this, but they did mention that the Twisted Wonderland song, as I like to say, Piece of My World is the name of it, but that song I feel like is the Twisted Wonderland song. There's nothing else that represents Twisted Wonderland except for the song. I mean, yeah, there's others, but this is it. And I was so excited that they mentioned that this is going to be the opening song. It would be so weird if it wasn't, honestly. That would not be my Twisted Wonderland without this opening song. So I'm glad that was confirmed. It was also confirmed that they're going to be doing other songs as well, and there was definitely a lot of other really exciting news talking about songs with the latest event that's happening in Japan right now, that they confirmed getting the full songs uploaded on YouTube. But I'm not going to talk about that because that's more game related than the actual anime related. There's still no news. There's still no news if Twisted Wonderland is going to be streaming outside of Asia. And I'm like, please, please. I just hope it's a matter of time that a few weeks in advance they're going to mention hey, we are streaming it. And I will mention there was a lot of different news I want to talk about today, and I knew I was going to ramble at Twisted Wonderland, so I'm like, some of the things got to go till next week. And I just want to mention that next week I will be talking about the different shoujo anime that are going to be streaming, at least on Crunchyroll, coming up this spring. Really excited. I mean, seeing all this Twisted Wonderland stuff, seeing it blowing up my feed, and then we had Haikyuu just a few weeks ago. It is a beautiful time to be alive, and I'm so thankful. And talk about being so thankful. So Twisted Wonderland, the news about the anime, definitely my #1 win that came out of Anime Japan, hands down. I mean, hopefully all my rambles here, I hope they make a sense, even if you're not into Twisted Wonderland, and I appreciate you listening because I will willingly tell anybody and everybody about it. But though I am an Inept Villainess, I just did a review this past Friday. I did mention in the previous manga news news video we did last week that there was some teaser information, and sure enough, that Monday, we got the confirmation with the key visual that's sort of like the teaser that it's coming, that it's getting an anime. We knew it. Toho Animation had like a mini little trailer here that you can see, though I will leave a link up in the corner if I can. It's just mainly just announcing this is it. They shared all of the countdown images that the creator and the artist, I both believe, have been doing, as well as the official account for Though I Am an Inept Villainess, and I'm very stoked. It looks really good. I'm excited to see these girls animated. That was definitely a huge win, especially for shoujo. Like, made my day on Monday, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm like, there's so many good anime coming out. I'm like, I can't watch it all, and I'm gonna have to watch it all because I need to see these girls animated. Like, I didn't mention it in that video, like the review video that I did, but I know that I did personally feel this series would be fantastic in anime form, and I really hope that you will try it out like a friend said. And I think even like I said in a previous Top 5 Wednesday video, that if you like the Apothecary Diaries, like with the inner palace political intrigue kind of thing, and really eccentric characters, very strong chances are you're gonna like this. It has a body swap, and it's just very, very engaging. If you're curious about hearing more of my thoughts, with no spoilers, I mean, definitely check out my video review. It's wonderful. I would highly, highly, highly recommend watching it, or at least reading it first, because we can't watch it yet, but both. Now, this next bit of news, probably I should have put it before Though I Am an Inept Villainess, but I put my favorites first. But for the third one that I'm really excited about is Secrets of the Silent Witch. We have a new teaser, new trailer. I'll leave it linked up in the corner. It was fantastic. Monica, oh, I am excited to see her on screen. I do have a like first impression video review of the first 2 volumes. This series is phenomenal. I've only read the manga. I haven't read the light novel, and I'm now like up to date because we have 3 volumes of the manga now. Where's the 4th yen press? It's already out in Japan. Please bring it over. Please give it to us. I'm ready to read more of Monica's shenanigans, but I really love the animation. I love Monica's expressions. There's so many of them. I think Lewis is his name. Ugh. I'm not excited for that guy. I was like, I don't like him in the manga at all. Maybe he has some redeeming points later on, but right now, no, he doesn't. I don't like him. So I was like, I don't want to see him on screen. But when Monica came on screen, or anybody else came on screen, like some of the other girls as well, and even the prince a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Even a little bit with him, I was like, he's a little bit shady right now in the manga, but I was excited to see him. Everybody looked really good. It's gonna be amazing. This is definitely a fantasy shoujo or fantasy shoujosei series that I would highly recommend if you like fantasy manga for sure, but really like in-depth fantasy. There's a term for it. There's fantasy, and then there's like the deep fantasy that has like the deep world building, the deep magic system, and I really felt like Secrets of the Silent Witch had that, and I absolutely just thrived. Also quirky characters at that. Quirky characters, yes. Monica definitely has that as well. So this is another one I'm really, really excited about. It comes out in July 2025. So that is going to be this summer, and man, right around the corner, which is like surreal because I feel like quite a few of these are coming out later this year. So knowing we have one that's just a few months away leaves me really excited. Something else that came out of Anime Japan wasn't necessarily a new trailer, but a Tale of the Secret Saint. I think about it. I wanted to say Secret Witch. No, Secret Saint. We have a new key visual here for the anime. It looks so bright, and I am so excited. If you haven't seen me share on social media, I recently mentioned that I know I've mentioned it before that I've wanted to read the manga, but I found the manga volumes 1 through 5 on an incredible deal. Got all of these less than $25, and I was so stoked because each volume is 13, so it was a massive deal. Honestly thought the deal was too good to be true and didn't even know if it would ship, and they came in like new condition. I mean, there's like just a little bit of yellowing, but like the volumes themselves are fine. So I am hoping that I really like this and really enjoy it, and you know, if I do, I will definitely be having a video review. But I had to share that because the key visual just has me excited, and I'm like, yes, I can read this before the anime comes out, because this one, it's sort of like Though I Am an Inept Villainess, where I think it's just like the animation adaptation has been confirmed, like the decision to make it. But though we have an official key visual here, so maybe the Secret Saint is further along. I don't know, but I'm excited for both. That is for sure. This next anime news, though, I am excited, and I haven't checked social media as of filming this video, but the Holy Grail of Eris, which I think is sort of a shoujosei series, I think it's more on the josei side, however you would like to say it, that it has a new key visual, and it looks phenomenal here. Looks really, really good. And the reason I'm like, I don't know, not about the trailer, which also they had a new one that shared. This one didn't say if it was on YouTube. Oh, yes, it did. Just did. Hopefully I can leave it in the corner. If I can't, I'll leave a link down below. But it looked amazing. It has, I think they're marketing it sort of like as a Villainess manga of sorts. And so I asked people on social media, like, should I try this out? The thing is though, if people say yes, because again, I haven't been on social media much, so I haven't checked it. I mean, I went and I like did all the scrolling, but I haven't checked my notifications. If I like it, if people are recommending it, I'm going to want to get the whole series. And I can't do that right now, y'all. But man, the trailer for this looked really, really good. The two girls here seem so vastly different. And I'm very curious to see how the story is going to unfold. I think this does have more mystery vibes, and I do remember someone saying it's on the darker side of things, so I was a little bit hesitant there. The trailer itself, though, didn't really look dark at all to me, but man, I'm really curious. So if you've read it, let me know what you thought, if you'd recommend it. Hopefully Twitter, where I asked for recommendations, or people would give a recommendation, that it's not too many. It's not too many. If not, I'm gonna have to go on a hunt because my library like only had like volume 1 of the light novel. They didn't have any of the manga, or if they had the manga, it was like a random volume 4 or something like that. I don't know if this one came out of Anime Japan, but that's another one I'm really intrigued about and looking forward to hearing more and seeing more. Now, this next little bit of news is actually about a live action. Shout out to my friend Danielle. Look, I didn't even know that. I mean, I know that True Beauty, the manhwa / webtoon, it's very popular. We had a season 1 of the anime, and I think a few weeks after, or like a week after season 1 finished airing, it had a season 2 announcement confirmed, or like confirmed season 2 is going to be coming. I think I even shared about that in a manga news video. Well, she sent me this tweet of how the live action of the show, or not the show, of the series, of the story, the first part of it just came out in Japan this week, and I was like, what? I was speechless for a moment and shocked, and there is even a trailer. I don't know if it's on YouTube because this is on Twitter, and I'm not seeing like an additional link anywhere to click on a separate one that leads you to the account, but it's gonna have a first part and a second part, with the first part being called True Beauty before, and then on May 1st, you can, or in Japan, not here, but May 1st, then it's gonna have True Beauty after, which will be part 2. The trailer looks really, really good. I've read volumes 1 and 2 of the manhwa. I've actually been more curious about the anime. I heard a lot of mixed feelings on it, but it just seems so cute and aesthetic, how the bright pink colors and everything. I need to give it a shot, and I'm just like, wow, I wonder if we're going to get this in, you know, the US where we can watch, because I feel like the True Beauty franchise, I guess would be the right word, that it's just done really, really well, and it has gotten so many adaptations, and knowing that it got another adaptation or live action film in Japan is just surreal, which is a good point to go into the next one. We're gonna talk about manhwa and manga news. And friends, I have to give you an apology. I have talked so much about My Secretly Hot Husband. You guys know I love this, or in case you don't know, I love this series. I'm double dipping on it. It was my favorite read in 2023, and I have promoted a lot, saying it's 3 volumes, so you should give it a try. And I come across this tweet sometime this past week, we'll say 6:15 in the morning. It's showing a cover for volume 4. And then on the spine, it says volume 5 as well. And I was like, I think my math was not mathing. And I feel very excited because I love this series, and I'm really happy that we're getting more volumes, because I read volume 2 recently and I was like, there's no way that they can adapt the rest of the manhwa into one single volume. Like there's no way. So I was very stoked to see that there was a volume 4 and volume 5 coming. But I felt bad for everybody that I promoted this to and even sold somebody on it. I'm like, it's 3 volumes. It's not that big of an investment. I'm like, yeah, I'll go get volume 1. I'm like, what did I do? You know, like, yeah, I promoted it and I influenced them, but at what cost for them? And so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I genuinely didn't realize. I put in my tweets, even on Instagram, that I felt very deceived by that, because all the reviews I've seen have said that it ends at volume 3. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm not going to share the cover of volume 5, because if you look at this thread, they do share the covers of volume 4 and 5. I love them both, but man, I just feel so bad for how strong I kept saying this was 3 volumes, because I mean, if it's 3 volumes, it's not that huge of an investment. Really excited that My Secretly Hot Husband is getting volumes 4 and 5, but again, I'm so sorry to everybody that really, like myself, that thought this was a 3-volume series, but had not read it before and was looking forward to it being complete at 3 volumes. It won't be. And again, I apologize if you picked up volume 1 and you had full expectations for that. I'm very, very sorry. Like, I even had expectations. I put it on my calendar this past week before I saw this news of, yeah, I'm gonna do a video review when volume 3 comes out. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till the whole series ends. Whenever that shall be, hopefully the releases in English will not be too spread out because, man, there was something not in volume 2. And I was like, darn it. I was like, I was looking forward to that. I'm like, I gotta wait a little bit longer. And I have a feeling it's gonna be in volume 4, so hopefully that will release very, very soon. Now we'll go actually talk about manga news. If you saw 7 Seas news recently, they did say that Wonderful Wednesdays is going to be on hold. They have done 3 months of amazing announcements, and they really have. There haven't been as much JoJo Say announcements these past few weeks, which has been a really big bummer for me personally, but they did give me a win earlier this year. I hope that they come back all the more stronger with so many JoJo Say licenses that, well, it's going to be hurting, but I will be very, very happy. And one thing I was really happy to see. Shout out to Carr on Twitter, who had shared about A Star Brighter Than the Sun is actually on the Viz app. I just did a first impression of volume 1, 2 weeks ago, and was overjoyed to know that this manga is on the app. I really, really, really love volume 1. It was wonderful to be back in this creator's work. And so if you've been curious about it and you have a subscription with the Viz app, or even as it shows here, you can go try the first 3 chapters for free. That is over half of the first volume. So if you're on the fence of picking it up physically or want to read digitally, now is the chance that you can go on Viz Media and go read it. In that same first impression video, I also reviewed or did a first impression of It Takes More Than a Pretty Face to Fall in Love, and I was really excited to see that Kamiki's actually doing this special kind of event. I guess you would say this is a limited time event, and basically on Kamiki, the more chapters you read, the more of these exclusive art that you can unlock. You can get up to 4, as you can see here, that you can get up to 4, and it does have a nice breakdown here on their website of what exactly you have to read in order to get that. I don't know how Kamiki's system works and how you can get the free keys or free things to download. I know there's like a certain amount of chapters you can read for free like each time, or each day, excuse me. So that's definitely something to look into. If I wasn't getting the series physically, I would definitely be up on this because I am all for some digital art for me to personally keep, and they all look really great. I think they look so cute, and I really love the manga, so I am excited to see that Kamiki is promoting this series. Before we go into the cover reveals, I do want to just touch on that if you have wanted to read Wotakoi, Kodansha's actually doing a box set giveaway that you can go and enter. It ends the 27th. As it seems, I think you have to enter on Twitter. You just have to follow, retweet, and like that specific post because they do have a tweet above it, and it was celebrating, I think, the main lead's birthday, I think it was. But yeah, if you would love to enter to win this box set, definitely go over on Twitter, go enter, because man, I was like, that is really cool to be able that they're giving away a complete box set of the entire series. But let's talk about 4 different cover reveals. First up is Yen Press / Eyes Press, and we're starting with Pink and Habanero Volume 3. I love this cover. I think it looks so cute. Kurose, he'd be looking grumpy, but he'd be looking cool at the same time, and I really love Volume 2. I talked about that in my latest reading wrap-up video of how Volume 2 has me on board, has me hyped to read more of these volumes. I really love the direction, getting some answers of why our male lead here be acting so grumpy. I'm hoping that the romance really unfolds in the next volume because it has been so good, and it's not the only one that has been so good because Dark Moon, The Blood Altar Volume 7, y'all, this should be the final volume. Based off of where things are right now, and when I looked on the Webtoon app, this should be the final volume, and I am ready and not ready. It was so intense. Every volume has been intense, but I'm just hoping that the final battle, that our boys are going to be okay. They need to defeat Dardan, and they just need to be okay. I need everybody to have a happy ending and not be a death's door. Like, that would be the preferred endgame for this series. I have no doubts, though, that it's going to be really good because I've loved almost every single volume. In these last few volumes, I have deeply, deeply enjoyed, even if I'm like, I can't breathe because I wasn't breathing while reading. Next up is Viz Media and Shoujo Beat. Viz Media shared the Volume 2 cover of Girl Crush. I love it. Volume 1 is a bright pink. Volume 2 is a bright blue. Very excited. I love how our rival here, she looks so cute. Loving it. Really excited for this series and being able to read more of it physically. And for the final cover reveal here, Queen's Quality Volume 23. Fumi and Kyutaro are slain. Oh, I'm so excited to see where things go. I recently read Volume 21 and finally all of the backstory has come out, so I don't really know what happens in Volume 22, but hopefully, things are gonna be okay, and it's gonna end on a strong and happy note. This isn't the final volume, but I really do love this cover a lot. They just look so cool, so epic. Really excited to keep reading, even if I'm probably gonna cry, because yeah, I've definitely done that, or I've gotten really angry at certain characters, because I've done that too. I've done, I guess, a little bit of both, I guess you would say. But yeah, friends, that is all the news I have for you. Again, there was so much more I wanted to share, but I knew I was gonna be yapping about some Twisted Wonderland, because man, I am just so stoked about all of the anime news, all the manga news, except for feeling bad about my secretly hot husband news. But overall, I'm so excited for everything. I would love to hear from you, friends. What anime are you excited for? Are you a Twisted Wonderland fan? Come let me know all the things. I would love to hear from you, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!